Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going, Dishnet? Whoa. Okay. Yep, we're off to a fantastic start here. Let me just do a little bit of that. There we go. Man, today has been one heck of a day. Welcome in, everybody. Rob Tomlinson, Dishnet34 here, welcoming you to today's episode of This Week in Perfect Team, episode number 240, our Future Legends finale. Hopefully y'all are having a great day so far. Today's been a bit of a day for me. You know, I got a nice little nap today throughout the day. You know, it's pretty good. You know, I got my flight squared away for a month from now, so I'm doing pretty well. But hopefully your internet stays active here tonight. Don't want to have to scuff another stream, but here we are, our Future Legends finale. We have some great cards that you saw earlier today on the live stream. This is being recorded live at 9 p.m. Eastern on February 1st because my internet went all wonky today. So we're gonna get through the stream. We're gonna get through all the cards without any internet interruptions tonight. We're doing it live. We're doing it live tonight, guys. Oh man, we got some great cards for our Future Legends finale, including a fantastic topper card at the end. Let's get right to it. We're going to start with some news and notes. And folks, one of the big pieces of news that we have right now is that PTCS number 10, the final Perfect Team Championship Series of the PT24 cycle, will occur next Saturday, February 10th, beginning at noon Eastern. Finals coverage, obviously, as always, on our Out of the Park Developments Twitch channel. So some good stuff coming up right there. Top 128 teams from this Perfect Team Championship Series period, January 1st through February 3rd, will be participating in this particular tournament. Automatically qualified if you're in the top 128 in Daily Iron, Daily Bronze, Daily Silver, Daily Gold, Daily Diamond, Daily Open, Daily Wildcard, weekly tournaments, daily perfect drafts, and weekly perfect drafts. If you're in the top 128 in those categories, you are in. You are in. Players will get points based on how they finish in the Perfect Team Championship Series, in the top 64 teams from Perfect Team Championship Series 6 through PTCS number 10 will be going to the Perfect Team Master Series, which, by the way, folks, if you look there at the bottom of your screen, final PT Master Series is scheduled for Saturday, February 17th. February 17th. That is 1 week after this final PTCS. So, bit of a quick turnaround, all things considered. First place through 32nd place in this PTCS will get a brand new PTCS exclusive card, depending on how they finished. And of course, like the Perfect Team Master Series, players will get all their cards below their finish as well, if applicable. There's going to be more information on formats and prizes coming in a Twitch stream hosted by our good pal Paul Sporer. Tomorrow is the tentative date for that. I do believe it is going to happen tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be fun. A lot of good prizes, a lot of good formats. Can't wait to show y'all what's going on with that. Now, a little bit of a quick note. Leaderboards and weekly perfect point prizes for tournaments will continue through the month of February. So as we're kind of winding down the PT24 cycle, we want to let you know leaderboard and perfect point prizes will continue through the month of February, or at least winding down the active cycle of PT24. So stay tuned for that. Also, I'm not sure how many spots are left in these tourneys, but we have some new pop-up perfect draft tournaments that are up right now. Not sure if they're both filled yet or if they are, or if there's still spots left, but we have 2 Perfect Draft pop-ups sponsored by our good pal, one of our affiliate streamers, EVC and NYC. These are the EVC's name game theme Perfect Draft pop-ups. Some quirky rules here. The player pool. All players in the pool. I do believe it's all players in the pool. The last name has to start with the letters E, V, or C. So some fun stuff there. The run environment is 1965, the year the Dodgers beat the Twins. No DH in the tournament, but the draft pool will include limited edition cards. Each position, catcher, first base, second base, third base, shortstop, left field, center field, right field, will have 8 players shown at each position. You'll get 2 choices per round. So some fun stuff going on there. Pop-up 1, which will fire Saturday morning. I am personally in that one. That one's going to be played at the LA Coliseum. Pop-up number 2, which will be firing Monday afternoon, will be played at Ebbets Field. And of course, and also, these are entry fee perfect drafts. That's what I was trying to say. So you have to pay a 1,000 perfect point entry fee. So because of that, they're going to be filed under fixed time tournaments in the perfect draft menu for tournaments. So these aren't a weekly perfect draft. These aren't a daily perfect draft. So they won't interfere with any of your PTCS qualification slots, but they will fill your entry fee tournament slots. So if you are in an entry fee tournament right now, you will not be able to enter this unless you withdraw or otherwise have that spot open. So there's a look at that. The prizes for these tournaments. The champion of each of these tournaments is going to win an all perfect pack and 100,000 perfect points. Big perfect points right there. Second place getting 2 historical rainbow packs and 70,000 perfect points. Third and fourth getting a historical rainbow pack and 25,000 perfect points. Fifth through eighth getting a rainbow pack and 5,000 perfect points. 9th through 16th getting a historical diamond pack and 2,000 perfect points. 17th through 32nd getting 2 historical gold packs. 33rd through 64th, 2 historical silver packs. And 65th through 128th will get 1 historical silver pack. Gonna be a fun time with these tournaments. Hopefully y'all do well in it. All right, folks. Coming up next, we have our limited edition card update. The numbers are current as of 8:45 p.m. Eastern tonight. So just before we went live, we got the numbers updated on these. The 95 overall Colin McHugh limited edition card, 50 copies. The 50 copy Colin McHugh, 40 of them have been pulled right now. The LE25 Al Spalding, the 99 overall card, 8 of those 25 have been pulled. For the Kevin Apier 91 overall card, 7 out of the 100 of those have been pulled. Enos Slaughter 99 overall card, 2 of them have been pulled so far. And as for the 92 overall Paul Konerko cards, 16 out of 100 have been pulled as of 8:45 p.m. All right, folks, we are going to be moving right along. We are going straight into the content. Our final set of Future Legend cards for Perfect Team 24. That's right. We have 23 players in total, 22 packables, and 1 mission reward. We're going to be showing one of the mission reward, and 11 of those packables. So let's go ahead and get right to it. We're going to start off, and we're going to go a little bit quicker than I usually do on this stream because I'm a bit tired. I want to get out of here early tonight. But you know, we'll go as far as the pace wants to go here. So our first card of the day comes to us from the silver ranks. And folks, this guy was a small sample god. in the 2023 season for the Toronto Blue Jays. He had a historic first 3 games of his MLB career. Heck, he had a historic first 20 games of his MLB career. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here is 78 overall second baseman from the Toronto Blue Jays. It is Davis Schneider. Davis Schneider, 78 overall, 88 BABIP, 63 power, 47 avoid K, 83 contact, 102 gap power, 112 on the eye. Against righties, he's got 89 BABIP, 65 power, 49 avoid K, 85 contact, 104 gap power, and 114 eye. Against lefties, he's got 85 BABIP, 58 power, 42 avoid K, 74 contact, 97 gap, and 106 on the eye. Defensively, he can play first, he can play second, he can play third, he can play left, he can play right. However, he is eligible to learn shortstop and center field as well. He's got 74 range, 79 error, 76 arm, and 80 on the turn double play. 67 range, 61 error, and 57 arm in the outfield. Speed, stealing, and base running, low speed guy, 35 speed, but 72 on the stealing, 76 on the base running, so not terrible in those categories. Schneider, pretty decent debut, if I do say so myself. Played in 35 games in 2023 for the Toronto Blue Jays, hit 276, 404, 603. 603 slugging in 35 games. Had 8 homers, 20 RBI, and 1.8 wins above replacement just in those 35 games. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. And when you talk about Davis Schneider, his minor league stats, okay? This guy hit 21 homers for Buffalo in 2023, which that's pretty good. But before 2022, he only hit more than 8 homers once in a single year, and that was in 2021 between A+ and A ball. So he only hit 9 homers in 49 games in 2021. This guy wasn't really a big power hitter. He did have a few homers in the minors before 2022 when he hit 16 bombs. This year, 21 homers in Buffalo, 8 homers in Toronto in just 35 games. That is incredible stuff right there. Just incredible, incredible stuff. Made his MLB debut on August 4th, 2023, and in his first MLB at-bat, hit a dinger off of James Paxton of the Red Sox, which, I mean, for one thing, who didn't hit a homer off of James Paxton last year? But also, hey, not a bad way to introduce yourself to the big leagues, if I do say so myself. In his first 3 games, he had 9 hits and 2 home runs. In his first 20 MLB games, had a 1358 OPS, which, in a minimum of 70 at-bats, the best start to an MLB career in the modern era. Fantastic stuff from Davis Schneider of the Toronto Blue Jays. He is in Perfect Team 24. All right, our next card of the day comes to us from the Pittsburgh Pirates system. The number 4 Pittsburgh prospect going into the 2024 season. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 80 overall left-handed starter Anthony Solometo. Anthony Solometo, 82 stuff, 100 movement, 94 homer rating, 87 pitching BABIP, 86 control. Against lefties, he's got 89 stuff, 102 movement, 95 homer rating, 95 pitcher BABIP, 89 control. Against righties, he's got 80 stuff, 100 movement, 93 homer rating, 85 pitcher BABIP, and 85 control. 72 stamina, 65 on the hold runners. He's got a fastball, he's got a slider, he's got a changeup on him. And you know, I was looking at videos of Anthony Solometo when I was doing my research on this guy. And, you know, this guy's got a bit of a funky arm delivery. I mean, his arm is like 100% extended, like straight out when he throws the ball. Like, we're talking, I don't know if this is accurate to say, but it's kind of like a mix between Chris Sale and Madison Bumgarner. It is a very interesting motion, but you know what? It gets the job done. It gets the job done. And so far in the minor leagues, he's been doing okay for himself. Despite the 4-7 record, he had a 3.26 ERA in the minors this year between A+ ball and AA ball. 3.26 ERA, 9.6 strikeouts per 9, 3.2 walks per 9. Not bad. That is not bad at all. He was a number 82 prospect in MLB coming into the 2024 season, according to MLB.com. Last season, opposing hitters hit just 227 against him. And among Pittsburgh pitching prospects, his ERA and his WHIP was the best of all Pittsburgh prospects, which that is something to admire here. His WHIP this year, combined between the two leagues, was a 1.187. That's not bad. In 110 innings pitched, 24 starts between Altoona and Greensboro. It's not bad. Not a bad season for the guy. All right, so there you go. And the guy's only 20. So he's going to his age 21 season. Probably going to start in AA next year if I'm a betting man. But yeah, Solometo, pretty good stuff. And he is in perfect team 24. All right, next up, let's go to the Chicago Cubs system. Let's stay in the NL Central. And we got a pretty decent prospect for the Cubs coming up here. Not a big power guy, but one who can really just make contact with the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, third baseman, 84 overall from the Chicago Cubs system. It is future legend James Triantos. James Triantos, 109 BABIP, 64 power, 96 avoid K, 121 contact, 86 gap power, and 66 on the eye. As a right-handed hitter, he is a little bit better against lefties than he is against righties. Against lefties, he's got 114 BABIP, 69 power, 98 avoid K, 128 contact, 91 gap, and 71 on the eye. Against righties, he's got 108 BABIP, 63 power, 95 avoid K, 119 contact, 84 gap, and 64 on the eye. James Triantos. Now this guy has hit pretty decently in all the levels he's been at so far. He started out 2021. He was a second-round pick in 2021 by the Cubs out of high school, and in his first year as a professional in 2021, 25 games in the Arizona Complex League, dude hit 327, 6 homers, 19 RBI in just 25 games. 2022. Myrtle Beach, 113 games, had 7 homers, 50 RBI, hit 272. Not a bad year by any stretch of the imagination. Definitely starting to get the power going a little bit. He did have 19 doubles and 124 hits. And then you go to 2023 here. Split between Tennessee and South Bend, Midwest League and Southern League. And dude hit 287, 4 homers, 48 RBI in 83 games. 364 on base, 391 slugging percentage, and his walk to K ratio is pretty spectacular for a guy his age. Doesn't strike out a whole lot, does walk a little bit. It's not a big percentage of the time that he walks, but he does strike out very. He has enough strikeouts to kind of be on par with his walk numbers. And that's not a bad trait to have in the lower minors. He is the number 73 prospect in MLB, according to MLB.com, coming into the 2024 season. Number 7 prospect of the Cubs. And this year, he played in the Arizona Fall League, which that's a big honor for a lot of guys. 22 games, hit .417 with an 1174 OPS, 3 homers, 15 RBI, arguably a hitter-friendly environment in Arizona, but he is named the Offensive Player of the Year in the 2023 Arizona Fall League, which that's a pretty good honor right there. That's a pretty good honor right there to have. So, James Triantos, not a big power guy, but he will make some good contact. He can play second base. He can play third base. 65 range, 81 error, 85 arm, 67 turn double play on the infield. In the outfield, where he can learn all 3 positions if you really want him to. Mainly a second baseman and a third baseman, if you ask me, though. 49 range, 47 error, 63 arm in the outfield. 60 speed, 98 stealing, and 78 on the base running. So, not a bad base stealer, but probably shouldn't steal too often with the guy. So there you go. James Triantos from the Chicago Cubs. He is in Perfect Team 24. All right, next up, guys. Here's a fun fact for you guys. It might sound weird, but the Colorado Rockies, they actually have prospects. I know, it's crazy, right? Like, you wouldn't think that the Colorado Rockies have prospects. Well, guess what? They do. And this is one of their top 3 prospects in the minors right now. Big power guy coming up, and that is 86 overall right fielder, future legend, Yanquiel Fernandez. Yanquiel Fernandez, 90 BABIP, 121 power, 58 avoid K, 110 contact, 84 gap, and 58 on the eye. Against righties, he's got 92 BABIP, 124 power, 59 avoid K, 113 contact, 85 gap, and 60 on the eye. Against lefties, as a left-handed hitter, he's got 84 BABIP, 113 power, 55 avoid K, 102 contact, 82 gap, and 54 on the eye. Yeah, you would think they have prospects after they traded away Arenado. I mean, it's Colorado. Let's be honest ourselves here. He can play left field and right field, is technically eligible to learn center field and first base. However, he does not have stock defense in those positions. But he's got 78 range, 83 error, 103 on the outfield arm. And that arm, nothing to shake a stick at whatsoever. In fact, that 103 arm was really showed off in the Futures game this past year. 2023 Futures game, dude uncorked a 103.3 mile an hour throw from right field. That is an incredible statistic. And actually, if that happened in a major league game for the Rockies, it would be one of the hardest throws made by a Rockies outfielder in the history of StatCast. I don't know how to interpret that, but you can interpret that as you wish. So Yanquiel Fernandez, the guy absolutely raked last year in the minor leagues. 265, 313, 486 on the slash line. 25 homers, 92 RBI in 117 games between A+ and AA. 17 of those 25 homers hit at the A+ level. Did make it up to AA this year. He did make it up to, who's their AA? Is it Hartford? It is Hartford. So he played an A ball, A+, and AA. Did not hit a homer in A ball. Did hit 17 bombs for Spokane in the Northwest League, which, Spokane, I'm not sure about the offensive environment of the Northwest League, but it's not bad. It's not bad. He hit 319 down in A+ ball, got the call up to AA, hit just 206 in his 56 games that he's up there. So definitely still, a bit of a raw prospect. He's only 20, so he's got a long way to go. And he actually had a stint in the Puerto Rican Winter League this year for Leones de Ponce. Had 1 homer, 7 RBI, hit .225 in 23 games. So, he's getting the work in the winter. That's good. That's some pretty good stuff there. So maybe we can see him hit maybe, some more double-digit bombs coming into the next year. I would assume he would start at AA, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what the Rockies want to do with Fernandez going forward with 2024. So there you go. Fernandez, don't have him run. Just don't have him run. 33 speed, 32 stealing, 44 base running. This guy hits stingers. Strictly hits stingers. Do not make him do anything else. So there you go. Yanquiel Fernandez from the Colorado Rockies. He is in perfect team 24. All right. Next up, let's go over to the Boston Red Sox. This guy right here. Pretty good debut in the pro level in 2023 after being a top pick for the Red Sox in the 2023 draft. Ladies and gentlemen, 89 overall catcher, Kyle Teel. Kyle Teel, 88 BABIP, 64 power, 90 avoid K, 101 contact, 91 gap power, 113 on the eye. Against righties as a left-handed hitter, he's got 90 BABIP, 67 power, 92 avoid K, 104 contact, 92 gap, and 117 on the eye. That's some big eye right there, 100%. Against lefties, he's got 83 BABIP, 56 power, 85 avoid K, 91 contact, 86 gap, and 102 on the eye. So he's got some good patience at the plate here. He can play catcher, he can play left field, he can play right field, and catcher, he's not bad at it. 93 catcher ability, 96 on the catcher arm. He's got some eligibility in the infield as well. However, you probably won't see him playing the infield anytime soon in tournaments and stuff like that. He's got 47 range, 49 errors, 67 arm, and 45 turn double play on the infield. But the outfield, he's eligible in left and right. He's got 67 range, 76 error, 89 on the outfield arm. So he's got an arm both behind the plate and in the outfield. Not bad right there. 52 speed, 68 stealing, 72 on the base running. So Kyle Teel, guys, number 14 overall pick for the Boston Red Sox in the 2023 MLB draft. Coming in to the 2024 season, he is the number 40 prospect in baseball, according to MLB.com. I know Fangraphs doesn't have its list out. I think they would have their list out in the next month or two, I would imagine. But it is becoming that time of year where we are gearing up for the 2024 season. So there's going to be a lot of prospect lists coming out. We're going to see where Teel lands on some of the other lists like Baseball America and Fangraphs and stuff like that. But 2023 for Kyle Teel, a very good pro debut. Hit .363, .483, .495 with a couple homers and 22 RBI in the between rookie ball, between A+. He actually had a little bit of a stint in AA for Portland this year for the Sea Dogs, where he hit .323 in 9 games, had a homer and 11 RBI. 10 hits in 31 at-bats for Kyle Teel. So this guy, 21 years old, comes out of the University of Virginia, ACC Player of the Year, Kyle Teel. And the guy is just swinging the bat. Now we'll see how he does in a full season. He only had 26 games, so that's a little bit of a small sample size. We'll see what he does once we get to a full season for Kyle Teel. See if he can handle the grind of a full season. See how far he gets up. I would imagine he might start in A+. I'm not sure. We'll see if the Red Sox are aggressive and start him in AA. But I would imagine, around A+, AA balls where he's going to start the 2024 season. So we'll see. Well, Kyle Teal's going to be an interesting prospect to see as we go along through the 2024 season. So there you go. Kyle Teal, 89 overall from the Boston Red Sox. He is in. Perfect team. 24. Fun card right here, honestly, if you ask me. All right, let's go to some diamond cards. We got 6. Count them, 6 diamond cards for y'all today. And we're going to go first. Now, Baltimore Orioles, they have a lot of big prospects in their system. They're one of the best. They are one of the best systems in baseball right now. One of the best farm systems in baseball right now. And you hear about guys like Jackson Holliday. You hear about Grayson Rodriguez. This guy, still pretty good. Maybe flying under the radar a little bit, but did have a bit of a cup of coffee in the big leagues in 2023, ladies and gentlemen. 90 overall left fielder from the Baltimore Orioles. It is Heston Kjerstad. Heston Kjerstad, 102 BABIP, 99 power, 59 avoid K, 113 contact, 103 gap, and 71 on the eye. He's a left-handed hitter, so he's going to be a little bit better against righties. 105 BABIP, 103 power, 59 avoid K, 116 contact, 106 gap, and 72 on the eye. Against lefties, he's got 94 BABIP, 87 power, 58 avoid K, 102 contact, 94 gap, and 67 on the eye. He can play left field, center field, and right field on his stock defense. He is eligible to learn all 4 positions on the infield: first base, second base, shortstop, and third. Defensively, he's got in the infield 71 range, 75 error, 87 arm, and 67 turn double play. In the outfield, he's got 74 range, 81 error, and 92 on the outfield arm. So again, another bit of a cannon for an arm in the outfield. So 2023 for Heston Kjerstad. Let's talk about this because, he's a pretty hyped prospect for the Orioles. Not as hyped as some of their bigger ones like Holliday or Grayson Rodriguez, like I mentioned earlier. But he is the number 5 prospect on the Baltimore Orioles, according to MLB.com, number 32 prospect in Major League Baseball. Last year in the minors, if we want to talk about the minor leagues a little bit for Heston Kjerstad, he did pretty well. He did pretty well between AAA and AA. Hit 303, 21 homers, 55 RBI with a 376 on base, 528 slugging percentage, 145 hits, 29 doubles between AAA and AA. I would imagine Kjerstad starting in AAA next year. If I'm kind of, thinking about it a little bit, but you'll definitely be seeing Kjerstad in MLB sometime in 2024. I don't know when. He might have a good spring training. He might make the opening day roster. We'll see. But his first cup of coffee in the big leagues, bit of a mixed bag, I guess we could call it. Only 13 games. So take that with a grain of salt here a little bit. 233, 281, 467, couple of homers, and 3 RBI. He went 7 for 30 at the plate. One of the highlights for Kjerstad this year, he actually broke up a Zach Eflin no-hitter when the Orioles were playing the Rays on September 15th. Hit a leadoff homer in the 6th inning to break up that no-hitter. So that's one of his 2 homers in MLB so far. Not bad. Not bad for Heston Kjerstad, and he is in. Perfect team. 24. So a big power guy here, gonna strike out quite a bit. Prototypical big power, big BABIP outfielder. Could be interesting to see how he does in maybe some low diamond tournaments. We'll see. All right, next up, let's get back to the pitcher's mound. Haven't had a pitcher in a while. So let's go to a pretty good pretty good righty who had, a lot of strikeouts in his pro debut in minor league baseball, coming right out of high school. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Miami Marlins, we have 91 overall right-handed starter, Noble Meyer. Noble Meyer, 84 stuff, 94 movement, 84 homer rating, 102 pitcher BABIP, and 105 control. Against righties, as a right-handed pitcher, he's got 87 stuff, 96 movement, 86 homer rating, 105 pitcher BABIP, and 106 control. Against lefties, he's got 80 stuff, 92 movement, 82 homer rating, 97 pitcher BABIP, and 104 control. 91 stamina, 69 on the hold runners, fastball, slider, and changeup combo. Something to keep in mind with Noble Meyer, he is a fly ball pitcher. So he will be giving up some fly balls quite often, so kind of keep that in mind with the homer rating as it is. 95 to 97 on the velocity. Good name, Noble Meyer, by the way. Pretty interesting card, not going to lie. 2023 minor league season had just 5 games started, 0-1 record, a 4.09 ERA, but there's some strikeout promise in Noble Meyer. Now, granted, this is kind of, low-level minor league, so take it with as much of a grain of salt as you can. But, between the Rookie League and the Florida State League, rookie ball, A ball, 15 strikeouts in 11 innings in his pro debut as an 18-year-old. So there's still a lot of growth here. A lot of growth here for Noble Meyer that's still left to be had. But right now, the early returns, he's definitely gonna have to improve the control a little bit. When you look at the stats a little bit, 7 walks, 11 innings, rookie jitters, I would think. Honestly, I am not as big. I'm not as much of a judge of prospects as my colleague Paul is, so he would have better comments on guys like this. But you know what? I look at the stats. And, I see some strikeouts here. Now, we'll see how he does in A-ball. He's probably going to repeat A-ball a little bit. He only had 3 starts down there. Did give up 3 earned runs. Did not give up a homer, by the way. So that's something to hang his hat on in his pro debut. But 3 games, 3.86 ERA. We'll see what he does in Jupiter, Florida State League in 2024. I have a feeling that's where he's going to start as a 19-year-old. So we'll see what happens with Noble Meyer. He was the number 10 overall pick in the 2023 draft by the Marlins, number 57 overall prospect in MLB coming into the 2024 season. So we'll see how Noble Meyer does in 2024. There you go. Noble Meyer, Miami Marlins. Good Lord. He is in Perfect Team 24. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, man. All right, next up. Oh, man. You want to talk about big stuff, guys. You want to talk about big stuff, guys. Big strikeout guys. This next guy right here is a big stuff guy on his card. In fact, he had more than 11. He had almost 12 strikeouts per 9 in the minor leagues this year. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Chicago Cubs, it is 92 overall right-handed starter Cade Horton. Cade Horton, 134 stuff, 91 movement, 84 homer rating, 87 pitcher BABIP, and 87 on the control. Against righties, he's got 140 stuff, 94 movement, 89 homer rating, 91 pitcher BABIP, and 91 control. Against lefties, he's got 128 stuff, 86 movement, 79 homer rating, 83 pitcher BABIP, 84 control. This guy is a strikeout guy. And not a whole lot else. Not going to lie here. Fastball, slider, curveball, changeup on the combo here. 69 stamina, 40 on the hold runners. He can pitch. He can also hit a little bit as well. He can play third base. He can play a little shortstop. He's got 78 contact, 52 power, 75 eye. You know, not the greatest two-way player in the world, but you know what? He does have the capability to hit as a pitcher. So maybe if, well, he wouldn't be eligible for the EVC tourney, but if you're looking for strikeouts, you know, this guy could probably be like a reliever in low diamond tournaments potentially. You know, if you need a big strikeout against righties, this guy could be your guy here. So Cade Horton, in the regular season last year, he played between A ball and AA ball. Had a stint in, he had most of his starts in South Bend in the Midwest League, where he had 11 starts, a 3.83 ERA. Overall, he had 4-4 record, a 2.65 ERA, 11.9 strikeouts per nine, 2.8 walks per nine. So control, not bad in his second full season. And actually his first full season in the minor leagues. He was a first round pick in 2022 out of Oklahoma by the Chicago Cubs. And first pro season, honestly, went pretty well for him. He had just 4 starts in low A ball in Myrtle Beach, had a 1.26 ERA, got promoted to A+, pitched pretty well in South Bend. Like I said, 3.83 ERA, 11 games, actually had 12.4 strikeouts per nine with the South Bend Cubs that year. And then he moved up to Tennessee, and he had a pretty good run in AA. In fact, he won both of his starts in the AA playoffs to help the Tennessee Smokies win the Southern League title this year. That's a pretty good accomplishment, especially down in the minor leagues, you know, where, you know, you obviously, you know, you want to see development out of your players, but you also want to see what it's like to win. So Cade Horton, he's a winner. He's a winner. He's the number 26 prospect in MLB coming in to the regular season, the number 2 Chicago Cubs prospect coming into 2024, according to MLB.com. Cade Horton from the Chicago Cubs. He is in perfect team 24. And it's got a good fastball and slider on him as well. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, just 4 cards left to talk about here tonight. And let's go out to the Pacific Northwest. And folks, this guy, no, he is currently the top prospect for the Seattle Mariners. And he's a pretty decent defender up the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, 93 overall shortstop from the Seattle Mariners system. It is Cole Young. Cole Young, 97 BABIP, 57 power, 84 avoid K, 103 contact, 95 gap, and 87 on the eye. He is a left-handed hitter, so he's going to be a little bit better against righties here. 99 BABIP, 60 power, 86 avoid K, 107 contact, 97 gap, and 88 on the eye. This guy more of a defensive. So it's a little bit more of a defensive guy here. 92 range, 84 error, 86 arm, and 84 turn double play on the infield. He can train up at first, third, left, center, and right. However, his stock defense is in second base and shortstop. Don't put this guy in the outfield. Whatever you do, 46 range, 50 error, 42 arm. Just don't. Just don't. Speed, stealing, and base running, not bad for Cole Young. You know, 69 speed, 76 stealing, 80 on the base running. Not terrible. Not terrible. 2023 season for Cole Young. Let's talk about his season here. So Cole Young, if I can actually type on Baseball Reference, that would be great. Also, when I type in Cole Young, the first result I get is Cole Sulser for some reason. Fun. This is his second year in pro baseball, his first real full year of action. And he had 277, 399, 449, 11 homers, 62 RBI between A and A+ ball as a 19-year-old. Which that's pretty decent stuff there. It's pretty decent stuff. 126 games, 78 of them with Modesto in the California League, moved up to Everett in the Northwest League, had 48 games, 6 hits, and a 292 average. He actually had a better OPS in A-plus ball than he did in A ball. So something to keep in mind as we head into the 2024 season. I would imagine this guy would start at either A-plus or AA ball. We'll see where the Mariners kind of want to put him. But Cole Young, drafted in the first round, 2022 MLB draft out of high school in Pennsylvania. And, he had a pretty good pro debut in 2022. Hit 367 in 17 games between A ball and rookie ball. Started at A ball, hit pretty well. He hit 267, 5 hits, 39 RBI. The walk numbers are what I'm really intrigued about with this guy. All right. 54 walks to 52 strikeouts in Modesto to start off the year, compared to just 52 strikeouts. So he had a couple more walks than he did strikeouts. That's a very interesting. And then in the Northwest League, kind of around the same percentages here. 34 walks to 38 strikeouts in 48 games with Everett. So I'm going to be fascinated to see how this guy's walk to strikeout rates are going to be as he moves up the minor leagues. That's what I'm going to be looking at, along with the power numbers here. 11 homers, 62 RBI in the lower minors. Not bad. I am curious to see what he does in A ball and AA if he makes it up there in 2024. All right, so there you go. Cole Young, pretty good defender as well. We'll see how he does in 2024. He is in perfect team 24. Also, guy's number 37 prospect in MLB and the top prospect for the Mariners. He won the Mr. Mariner Award in the minor leagues for his leadership and play last season. Pretty cool stuff right there. Listen, I am not a prospect evaluator. I do not pretend to be a prospect evaluator. I just look at the stats and go from there. That's all I do. Take any opinion I have about minor league players with a grain of salt. I am not Paul Sporer. I do not do prospects for a living. So yeah, I have zero expertise. I just make hot takes on the internet about prospects on the stream. That's about the extent I can do. All right, we got 3 more cards left. 2 of them are packable, and then the 1 mission reward. And folks, let's go back to the Red Sox system. And we got a pretty good hitter coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. Right fielder from the Boston Red Sox. It is 94 overall, Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony, 98 BABIP, 103 power, 93 avoid K, 124 contact, 95 gap, and 88 on the eye. Against righties, you got 99 BABIP, 106 power, 96 avoid K, 128 contact, 97 gap, and 90 on the eye. So he's a left-handed hitter, so he's going to be a little bit weaker against lefties. 92 BABIP, 93 power, 84 avoid K, 113 contact, 88 gap, and 84 on the eye. He can play left field, he can play center field, he can play right field, 87 range, 80 error, and 87 arm in the outfield. Is eligible to learn first base, second base, third base, but I wouldn't put him there. 56 speed, 72 stealing, and 69 on the base running. Pretty nice base running right there, not going to lie. 2023 for Roman Anthony, 106 games. 106 games in his real first full season as a pro player. 19 years old, by the way, coming into this year. Hit 272, 14 homers, 64 RBI, 403 on base, 466 slugging percentage. So, I'm going to go back to minor league walk numbers. I know some people can say they're sus, but this is what I kind of look at myself here. 86 walks to 119 strikeouts. So the guy's going to walk a little bit. He's also going to strike out a little bit. we'll see how those numbers kind of, shake up as he goes through Double-A, which I believe he's going to be starting at Double-A next year if I'm a betting man, which I'm not. But he had a pretty good year down in the minor leagues. He played in the Sally League, Greenville, 294, 12 homers, 38 RBI down there. Did get the call up to Portland for a 10-game stint this year. Had a 343 average, hit 12 for 35 with 1 homer and 8 RBI. Had 8 walks to just 6 strikeouts there. So this guy, number 24 prospect in MLB coming into 2024. He is the number 2 prospect for the Boston Red Sox coming into the year. This guy is a bit of a good power prospect here. Drafted in the 2nd round in 2022 out of Florida. And this guy, he played at 3 levels during the year. Like I said, 12 for 35 in 10 Double-A games in 2023. He had such a good year. He was the Red Sox minor league hitter of the year in 2023. And Cage Wisdom with some pretty good stuff here is a very exciting guy. Someone who could even get a perfect in 25 if he gets off to a hot start. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to think about it there, Cage. And I have a feeling he's going to start in Portland this year. He's going to be someone to watch in the minor leagues this year. 100%. So there you go. Roman Anthony, pretty good hitter for a low diamond card here. See how he does. He is in perfect team 24. Yeah, this isn't taped. This is not taped because I didn't have a great recording. Like I wasn't going to stitch together like today. I wasn't going to stitch together my internet troubles for today and having Paul fill in. So yeah, I can show you right now. It is 9:52 p.m. right now. So there you go. Roman Anthony from the Boston Red Sox. He is in perfect team 24. All right, folks. 2 cards left. 2 cards left for today. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy has had a couple cups of coffee in the big leagues already. So he's a little bit of a pop-up prospect in all fairness. But this guy is looking pretty good, and hopefully he can kind of continue his dominance outside of the LA Dodgers. Ladies and gentlemen, right-handed starter from the LA Dodgers. It is 98 overall, right-handed starter, Ryan Pepiot. Ryan Pepiot, 122 stuff, 112 movement, 97 homer rating, 111 pitcher BABIP, 104 control. Against righties, 125 stuff, 110 movement, 92 homer rating, 114 pitcher BABIP, and 102 control. Against lefties, he's got 118 stuff, 115 movement, 100 homer rating, 108 pitcher BABIP, and 106 control. He's got 82 stamina, 74 on the hold runners, fastball, slider, changeup, cutter in his repertoire. Fly ball pitcher, 94 to 96 on the velocity. Now, Pepiot was coming off injury coming into the 2023 season. So he only got into 8 games for the Dodgers this year. 3 games started. He went 2-1, a 2.14 ERA, 8.1 strikeouts per 9, and 1.1 walks per 9. He still has a little bit of prospect shine on him, but he's not going to be. I did not find him on any of the top one on the MLB top 100 list coming into the year. Probably because he got a few games in 2022. That's my thinking on that. But he's still fairly young if I'm reading this correctly here. Oh God, he is not young. He's 26. He's 2 years younger than me. Oh God. Oh no. Yeah. But, he was the number 6 overall prospect coming into the 2022 season. He had some time with the Dodgers in 22 and 23. 9 games, 7 of them started, 3-0 record. Came back from injury, 8 games, 3 starts, 2-1 record. Joined the team on August 19th after recovering from the oblique injury. And, Pepio is going to be changing teams coming into this year. He was traded to Tampa Bay in the Tyler Glasnow deal. He was one of the key pieces going back to the Rays in this deal, along with Johnny DeLuca. So we'll see how he does in a new environment in Tampa Bay, where they have a good pitching program down there. I'm really curious to see how Pepio's going to do. I really am, because he's got the pedigree to be good. Got the pedigree to be pretty good. I'm looking forward to see how he does. 100%. So there you go. Ryan Pepio from the Dodgers, soon to be from the Rays. He is in. Perfect team. 24. Alrighty, folks. We got one more card left to go. We are done taking a look at the Packables. There's more Packables in this set. We will get to those in a little bit later. But we have a future legend mission in the game right now. I know there's a little bit of an issue with it earlier in the day. Thank you very much for kind of being patient with us about it. But he is now a part of the mission. He is a reward for this future legend mission. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most hyped pitching prospects of the last 14 years. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, it is 100 overall right-handed starter, Stephen Strasburg. Stephen Strasburg, 168 stuff, 125 movement, 115 homer rating, 108 pitcher BABIP, 120 on the control. And folks, we have a little bit of reverse splits on this guy. One against lefties, he's got 171 stuff, 125 movement, 114 homer rating, 110 pitcher BABIP, 120 control. He's got a little more pitching BABIP against lefties than he does against righties. Against righties, he's got 166 stuff, 126 movement, 116 homer rating, 107 pitcher BABIP, and 121 control. 92 stamina, 60 on the hold runners. He's a neutral ground ball, fly ball tendency, 97 to 99 on the velocity, fastball, curveball, and changeup repertoire. He is an absolute beast of a pitcher. And let me tell you, folks, honestly, his career probably spans 2010 to 2019, but, he had, 2020 happened, then 2021 and 2022. Honestly, injuries really derailed him quite a bit in the later 3 years of his career. And that is very unfortunate. Thoracic outlet syndrome is not great. And it's ruined the careers of a lot of pitchers. But hopefully, Strasburg can recover fully and he can live a pain-free life moving forward if he is truly done with pitching. But Stephen Strasburg's career, my goodness, he was one of the most hyped pitching prospects, honestly, of the last couple of decades, really. I mean, this guy, it was Strasmus. It was known as Strasmus when he came up back in 2010. I think I watched his first start. And oh my, striking out, 14 Pittsburgh Pirates in his first career start at home in front of the Washington crowd. That was a magical start. That was a magical start. That was a fun game to watch. That was a fun game to watch back in the day. I can't believe I'm saying back in the day. It was 14 years ago. Good Lord. But you know what? Stephen Strasburg, honestly, hell of a career. Honestly, if it wasn't for the injuries in the last few years, honestly, you can make a case. You can make a case this guy could be in the Hall of Fame. But the injuries kind of, derailed that. 2010 to 2022 for Steven Strasburg, 113 wins, 62 losses, a 3.24 ERA, 10.5 strikeouts per nine, 2.4 walks per nine, three-time All-Star, finished in the top 10 in Cy Young voting 3 times, was the 2019 World Series MVP, earned the contract that he did in 2020, and then we all know what happened from there. Had 7 seasons of 10 or more wins, including 6 in a row. 6 in a row between 2014 and 2019. 2019, when he led the National League with 18 wins in 209 innings pitched. Finished 5th in Cy Young that year, and actually received MVP votes for the first time in 2019, finished 15th in the NL Cy Young vote. He was the number 1 pitching prospect in baseball at the time of his debut, but he wasn't the number 1 overall prospect. That went to Jason Hayward. A lot of people had Jason Hayward above Steven Strasburg in the prospect rankings at the time, which, honestly, fair. But Steven Strasburg, just a very good pitcher for the Nationals when they needed a really good player to really jumpstart their team, jumpstart their years of contention in the 2010s. This guy, changed the trajectory of the Washington franchise for several years. Dude was awesome. Awesome to watch. And he is in Perfect Team 24 as the future legend mission reward. So there you go. There's a look at some of the cards we wanted to show off on stream. Here's the rest of the cards in the set. We have Tyler Black from Milwaukee, 73 overall. We got 74 overall Blake Mitchell from the Royals. We got 74 overall Ty Madden from the Tigers. 78 overall Frank Mozzicato from the Royals. Then you got 79 overall Owen Casey from the Chicago Cubs. 80 overall catcher Samuel Basallo from the Baltimore Orioles. Then we got Spencer Schwellenbach from the Atlanta Braves. Tommy Troy from the Diamondbacks. Takoa Roby from the Cardinals. Jet Williams from the New York Mets, and Jacob Wilson from the Oakland Athletics. So some fun cards dropping here today. You got guys like Fernandez, Roby, Williams, Teal, Wilson, Kierstad, Meyer, Horton, Young, Anthony Pepio, and of course, the mission reward, Steven Strasburg. Some fun cards today. Very, very fun cards. Always a fun time when future legend cards drop. All right, folks, before we sign off for today, let's go ahead and say a congratulations to our weekly leaderboard champs for week 43 and the fourth week of period 10 for the PTCS between January 22nd and the 28th. Daily Iron last week won by Mr. Audit and the Mediocres with 100 points. Daily Bronze, Griff's 142 took the title with his Manchester Worker Bees team for the second straight week, 127 points. 100%, nicely done. In the Daily Silver, it's a 3-week streak now for Go Cubs Go 16 and the Webster Groves Supercells, 108 points, taking home the title of weekly leaderboard champ last week. Daily Gold was won by Bone Slicer and the Markham Milkman with 110 points. Daily Diamond was won by Waz 77 and the Waz Saber-Tooth Tigers with 152 points. Big point total for him this week. Daily Open was won by Tom Budeman and the Swindon Squirrels with 121 points. Daily Wildcard won by Issa Daffo and the Florence Baycats with 92 points. Weekly tournaments last week won by Esther 31 and the Minneapolis Millers with 128 points. Perfect Draft Daily Tournament won by Jimbo Dan 1 And the strong baddie attires with 142 points in the PD dailies. Holy cow, that's more luck than I'll ever have in a perfect draft. And then the Perfect Draft Weekly, RDT24, and the 90s expansions getting the dub with 67 points. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of This Week in Perfect Team, episode number 240. I will be back here tomorrow night. For the Friday Showdown. Gonna be a fun time, y'all. See if I make a run again this week. We shall see. All right, guys. Have a great rest of the day, everybody. I've been DishNet34 Rob Tomlinson signing out. Have a great rest of the day, everybody.